ukuthi ingane iphume the way ifuna ngakhona, you understand? Phela remember njengangale ku-US, the moment ugirl aqala bona abafana, then uyeza azoba introduce uyeza introduce kaba banamadina na yonke leyo nto leyo yabo, then the atmosphere is good, cozy and all that. But with us, the only time la uzobona khona ukuthi ke kuyasetshenzwa is by the time afika la ugirl
What
ufika
are you
nesizwe.
advocating, Wena? Now you want to get your girl child to introduce some boys and have dinner with them.
I'm saying
What's wrong with you?
I'm saying it makes it easier.
That's healthy.
It's healthy for who?
It's healthy for us as parents.
You understand?
No, the next thing they'll be sleeping on the next room. Kunyakaza umbhede ngalana. You're saying it's healthy.
When you run it out,
It's gonna happen. If Victoria gets dinner.
Hayi abahambele bayenze limanyala la. Hayi, no. It's not personal, but that's not us as Africans.
But
That's not us.
That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another epic episode. Yeah, we podcast everything. I'm never alone. Rems is here. Our new member Q is here. The sound guys are there. Even the others that they don't know what they are doing, they are also here. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us. Compliments of the new year. Okay, by the way, Sikata Ningusho Leon. When is the closing date?
Hey, not December.
Your Happy New Year.
What December shall right through.
For the fact ukuthi nje ngiyaqala ukukubona then Happy
Yeah.
New Year. Ungene njani unyaka lo?
Hayi sesiqedile kahle kahle. Hayi sesikhathele thina. Lo nyaka sesiwujwayele.
Maybe by end of January, maybe.
By end of January siku day number 8 ku 2023 lokho sithi Happy New Year. Kanti unyaka omusha uphelela nini
It's still a new month of the year, so I think it's
Until uzobe nemali still in year. Ungabi nemali kulonyaka lo. Hayi akusiyi new year.
same old, same old.
Yakhala.
Just saloko sithi Happy New Year to everyone.
Ake sisho kule bebadla inyama izolo so
Kanti
sasho kithi
siyaphi
besingadli.
ni right perfect.
I know se right. Uyavala ukuthi bowudla inyama.
Yabo. Madoda.
Mara
Umuntu usebenza nabanye.
ukhona lo ngifakela i-microphone wayibhekisale. Angazi ukuthi manje baye nafuna ngisebenze njani. Veni yanginyanya. Seningenza mzala athi bengithi nginyanya mzala
Black
senilakile.
child.
It's a new year.
Black child.
Black child of the family.
It's a new year.
Anyway ni grand kodwa.
It's grand, it's right. Siyakubona ngibona nje Q nje ukhona usifikele ngamandla ngibuka babingelelana mnandi bana Raputla for the first time ever since
Leya incident.
yeah.
Hey, bekunzima phela.
It simply means ukuthi hayi seku 2023 it's a new year.
Yeah.
New year, new beginnings, new people.
Babambe
new problems.
meeting boyithu ku-aina out their differences. Sathi uyakhumbula simtshela. Uthi la i-Emelo siyakhala.
Yeah.
Wangalaleli.
No. What's under the bridge? Bygones. We had a truce, and then I think.
I wonder who
Yeah,
initiated
awashaya
it.
ama-bygones sinema-bygones kodwa ke.
I just wonder who initiated this whole bygones thing. Ubani legwala.
The one who got his ass whooped.
Obekade ethi ilo ayisondeza mic yakho.
Somebody was brigged somewhere.
Yeah.
Who got brigged?
I
Oh,
know
mara
one.
wayikhulumela the guy wayikhulumela that day what manje? Hayi. Oh, uye lo. Kodwa akasishiye lo.
So your holidays were good, guys.
Our holidays were good.
What was outstanding nje kulo December for Gin? What did you do differently from all the other Decembers?
Ngaphandle kokudzakwa nje. They were drunk the whole December. There's nothing different. Can't remember. We drank the whole December.
But then looking at from Tina as some teenagers growing up with the hype of December and the Christmas, do you still have that?
It's hard to say, Tina, we still have it because obviously, Tina, went through change, So, the more you grow older, the more I grow as a new zinto. So I can't really say those kids, the teenagers nowadays, maybe we want to enjoy modern Tina. Maybe our definition of what we expect maybe is different. Yeah, but,
Yeah, I think it has changed. Remember, they used to wake up in the morning and say, come watch the sun, it's dancing. All lies. and you would stand there and you're like, and then your eyes will begin to play
Begin,
tricks
yeah.
on you, and you're like, it's dancing. Oh, lies. The sun never does anything. When it shimmers, you think it's dancing.
Because of your eyes.
Yeah.
Because they've been like
Exactly.
looking at it
So
for
there
a
is
while.
no such thing. But I think now it's different because I don't see that much excitement. And also remember, people have changed. People now are scared of witchcraft and everything. You know, Tina, back in the day, you used to ukuthi kamakhelwane makuphekiwe, you get in there,
Yes,
and
yeah,
then we go
kumnandi.
somewhere else.
House to
Manje
house.
wakutshela ukuthi hey bakuloya.
Shisushave lapha.
Ngokudlisa ushave lapha.
Asibantwana basifuni vele.
Yabona. And manje senakha le mithangiyala le mide lengaka, so you don't even know your neighbor. You stand like you spent a whole year not knowing your neighbor because there's a high wall. You are scared of each other. So it's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's mainly crime, man. You know, people are trying to avoid, privacy. Yabona. I think nalento ukuthi abantu now everything mayenzeka nje. They just rush with it and then bakhuluma
And then
social
baba
media.
busy content,
You know,
content.
You know,
njengonomunye
even if
la.
I was away for holidays in December, I wouldn't post or say anything because they will know ukuthi akunamuntu bawucekeza. You know,
Yabona.
then the mouse breakings and
Yeah.
stuff. So I feel like social media now has kind of made with privacy yethu ngasabi as, maybe respected. Because umuntu unokuthi ngabe uyayibona into uzofuna ukuthi ayikhethe or maybe on
But
camera.
is it social media was people's choice? Because it's your choice. I mean,
But
if you
but-
choose.
But I think it's countries. I remember this other chick and they posted on TikTok. You went to the she's at the USA. Ati uyaqala ukubona imizi
Yeah, US.
they are not fences. Yabona.
Baney'hlahla
Ukumele
zazo, right.
Is it because South Africa we some crime normal? Because bona nje it's open space nje. I'm not fancy.
Yeah, I get it.
Yabona angazi noma is it country wise or
Angithi you're unemployed, so you employ yourself in people's homes and you go in and you steal things. So
Yeah, but remember
I
now.
think it's crime. So
First
it's
of-
crime.
Do you think it's safety and security?
Yeah,
Because of crime.
of course.
Yeah, because this is not a first world country, so ama issues wethu now wabo awafani.
Awafani.
So
Thina la siyaganga in every way you can think of. One, dlelwana bafazi la. Two, kuthathelwana iy'ngane mfethu lana. Kuyalalwa la like siyalala siyakhiya ingane iyaphuma, so we trying ukuthi boxolana uma befika at least kube ne struggle sokuthi ingane iphume the way ifuna ngakhona. You understand? Phela remember njengangale kube US, the moment ugirl aqala bona bafana, then uyeza zoba introduce kaba banamadina na yonke leyo nto leyo yabo, then the atmosphere is good, cozy and all that. But with us, the only time la uzobona khona ukuthi ke kuyasetshenzwa by the time afika la ugirl
What
ufika
are you
nesizwe.
advocating, Wena? Now you want to get your girl child to introduce some boys and have dinner with them.
I'm saying
What's wrong with you?
I'm saying it makes it easier.
That's healthy.
It's only for who?
It's healthy for us as parents. Us as parents.
No, the next thing they'll be sleeping on the next room. Kunyakaza umbhede ngalana, you're saying it's healthy.
When you run it out,
It's gonna happen. If Victoria ngale zidina.
Hayi abahambele bawenzela umanyala la. Hayi, no, it's not personal, but that's not us as Africans.
But
That's not us.
That's the way. That point that you're raising is one. This other chick, all the very same chick. Uti USA. I see Uti. We are dating. We just finding ourselves.
Hey,
What the
So
hell is
we are
finding
not
us?
dating. We are finding
we
ourselves.
allow the kids
Yes,
to
to
explore
be there.
each other.
Yeah.
Yazi problem ngalento le. Yiyo lento le bangama exploration leya explore each other. He'll explore this one and then they explore the other one and then he'll go explore the other one. How many people are you gonna explore? By the time you are done exploring, you figure out this doesn't work. You will explore until you are 100.
The very same method that we are thinking, Uti Yasebenza manje. How many kids they've got no either parents or else Masingin parents
yibo nabo explore ba-explora.
That's English. I'm going to command the seat to Sam.
Kusho wena
Kunjani-ke
ngabo-explore,
manje?
angisho mina bo-explore.
No, kunjani manje? How many kids?
Yeah, problem ikuphi? The problem ifika like lento
Siyafuna manje.
The problem ila kulento.
Ababa phone.
But listen, the problem ila kulento le besikhuluma ngayo wena Mzwandile. Leyo ukuthi manje now we have high walls. You understand? You don't know your neighbor, we don't get along. Remember back in the day, it took a community to raise a child. It's an African theme. You understand? So what happens is, ngesikhathi sethu lesikhathi school angeke uhambe ubambele nentombazane ngesandla mfo uqhamuka umuntu omdala uzawubona kokho.
That's why.
We understand. Angeke banithole nimekhoneni nehagana lapha ekhoneni la kabani.
We
understand. That was the way we were raised. That is why some of us we went through high school and those of my girlfriend it's at the arm's length. You understand? But now you all are teaching children sex esikolweni kunema pornography kuma mobile gadgets. The kids are horny as fuck.
But
so what
but mina with
Whose fault it is though?
but you know, with the sex education I don't see a problem.
the fault
Whose fault it is though?
it's these things that is everywhere.
I don't see a problem ngelo.
Lento yeni yabo ma dating nalela ngayiboni problem yayo ukuthi umntwana baphe kumbambisa ipipi reg but manje akayifake whatever the thing is.
The thing is
the next thing she'll wanna hold the real thing ayifake condom.
Then awungeke
Bakaqeda kufaka le condom bike boy keep lento leyo ungazodlala wena.
So I'm saying ukuthi it's how the content is being delivered and being,
exactly
being like given to the kids. You understand?
And also
because preparing for a trip does not ruin the trip. Yabona? So it's only how you take the trip.
Lendiyeni yama Americans inebelungu leni introduce la kithi iyo le cause chaos.
No, like for real fact, if we are being honest, when thina sihleli ekhaya sothumlilo umkhulu esitshena ngezinto andlule kuzona thina usuke sitshenela ukuthi singaziphindi not to go and
akakhuluma sex kodwa umkhulu wakhe intweni
bekangalibeki ngembaba but yona sex was part of it.
Mkhulu wakho bekanest mkhulu
No,
wakho
it was not.
Actually, it does come to a point ukuthi if you look at our, maybe way of living as Africans, even if we are bheka kuthiwa okay njengamandebele kuneqhude abanye bayengomeni so I think all these things they form as part and parcel of ukuthi okay when you get to a certain age there are things about prepare for zone but before that there were already things about gogo whether maybe zinganekwane whatsoever those fairy tale or whatever they were already part of teaching and learning and
exactly
stuff. So that's why we are saying the structure was perfect at that time but what are we doing to introduce our African content in the same space, media and what?
But
so what are we pushing? Are we relying on everything's adopter, or are we having our own things? Are we writing books? Are we making maybe cartoons or anything? Just to teach abantwana
the way we let this thing to a point of which even our stories here in Africa are told by Americans, whereas we are here, we know them, we understand them, but uzokhamga ubani Idris Alba zoba ulo kungana zoba Nelson Mandela kunabantu abakhona la who can do that.
Sukela Idris wakhastwa as an actor zangathi uzotshela
story Mandela kukhona lokho phela by someone
umuntu lo approve leso story to be told by American was the Mandela Trust. It had nothing to do with Idris.
Okay. No, I'm not saying but I would like.
I think the point that we're missing here is inganekwane zethu. Are we writing books of inganekwane esikhule ngazo? Are we doing our sitcoms? Are we doing it, putting it in production? You understand?
But that's the thing.
Every content ebuya ngale, but mochapeka. Manje phela we have motion graphics, we have people who are animators, we have stories. There are a lot of things that we can do now to say, okay, this is what we want the kids to know as Tina, as Africans. We could say, okay, our phela inganekwane they were used to keep history, to pass history from one generation to another.
Our history is verbal, basically.
So why don't we Tina put it down whether we books
but by the time of Coco besitshela inganekwane bebengesitsheleni ukwenza imali. Now what is happening when they want to tell the story, they want someone who will buy in the idea, and when I buy the idea and say no kule cast yami or kule nganekwane lo nginikeza yona I will need so and so to portray or to pass the message the way engifuna ukuthi ayindlulise ngakhona. I don't know if you understand or you get the point of it.
But this thing is also difficult when I'm Zwandile because now what has happened is we remember any into we take our kids to go study English as their first language in white people's schools. And you expecting the white person to teach your child your history, forget it. You understand? So another thing, now our children, because they have studied there, they behave white. They don't behave African. Because now if you tell them the African things, they tell you good, it's uninteresting and boring. You understand? So until we have a way of bringing it back, as long as we take our children to the so-called model C schools to be taught by white people, forget it. There's nothing we're going to get back.
Okay, so
It's going to go forward until it is what it is.
Something just crossed my mind, njengoba usho kanje. So a question is,
I hope you're not going to be politically correct.
no, for transformation, for transformation, do you think ukuthi what if there was a law that was passed in this nation ukuthi if you are a public servant or a politician or whatever, your kids must go to a public school? Do you think that our public schools and education system would change, or would it stay the same? Do you think that could kind of force people to go back and plow back and make sure that they take care of where the majority?
With the system that we're having.
If we were to say no, there's a maybe whatever else that can be passed as a law to say no, if you're a public servant or mangabe you're a teacher or whatever or politician, labantu lona that obasevayo, it's either you stay amongst them or nabantu abakho bangene khona, so that now you will feel ukuthi if umntana afika lapha kana toilet eli conducive ukuthi angase maybe ngathini kunesuwa inside the school yard or whatever the condition, yabona. Yes, ukuvandalize nobugebengu bukhona, sinamaphara, drugs and all those things. We can say, okay, some of the things bezikhona zikho in good condition, mara zaba vandalized or whatever zatshontsho. But I'm talking about, would that change how the whole, maybe our public schools, the situation, because the condition there fits ayikho right. And now we're talking about the content on its own ayikho. Our African history is not taught. Abanye, they get to university, that's where they become aware, actually this is what was happening during apartheid, But abanye, they just think apartheid was just one of the struggles. They don't even know what happened, what actually happened.
I think that would be a start. That would be a start. It's not going to change everything overnight, because the way it's so bad, I don't even think the politicians care about anything that is happening in the world. But
but then the narrative behind it was that we should not think Uguti, public things, they are not working. They do. It's just that there are certain individuals who are not committed to their well-being and work. Final thing, as much as we can change in the Uguti, our ministers can public spaces. The thing is, now apply yourself as a government institution. Do you have the kindness in the heart for it? Yeah, apart from the government. No, apart from the thing is, you're gonna find apart from the 100 nurses, probably there are 2 or 3 who are kind. Because they want to serve.
It's true what you're saying, when Amzala. Most of the people there, they're not there to serve other people. They're there to serve themselves, because there's things as make sure abantu, if you notice, so the person is there to abide time, is not there to serve. You understand? That's our problem. But also Mzala, for them to bring the kids to the location where the people that they're serving are, that would be a start. I'm not saying that would be a fix of everything, but that would be a start.
We trust our system.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Because they can't tell us the government thinks it's not that it's not working. It's just that no, you can't tell me that when your kids are not using that thing. You understand? Your kids must be there, face the very same situation that every other kid is facing every day. Because if you compare this thing, apart from vandalism and everything, let's say isikole esisebenzayo la i-rate yangithi uyayibona njani, but the infrastructure yabo is nowhere near leya lesikolo lesila. It's nowhere near that with the good results that they are achieving. Now imagine you put them on the same level.
Year in, year out.
Exactly. Imagine you get them the same equipment that they have there. What they can do with that? You understand? The thing is, Wuti, our education system is fucked up. We all know that. Loko kukhathele lo lophethe education system. Akazi naye ukuthi uyenzani. I mean,
Which education system? Kunanza ku-primary noma ngale kuma-varsity.
La ku-primary before ifika le ifa la ku-basic. You understand? Funa ilunge la before iya le. You understand? Because la yi fucked up la. Because Rabutla, you can't, because now if unga-check lo mama lo sebafuna kwenza ama-certificate akubo bathi barabo grade 11 ukuthi manje ungathola umsebenzi wa grade 11, they are failing. Why would you want to do that na grade 11?
And
Who's going to employ grade 11?
And the worst part is not even technical metric or our standard or our system of education is not technical.
Exactly.
If it was technical, then it was going to make sense. Because by the time you reach grade 10, grade 11, already you acquire certain skills.
Yeah.
So it's like saying, equivalent to saying maybe you got nated, maybe N3 or N2 with the practical.
Yeah,
you understand? So it was going to be easy if it was a technical, because now we know how to do something. If umuntu a failure to achieve metric, says we are saying now it's fine if you have grade 11, but university, even some of the people who have metric, but your metric yako is not fit enough to qualify to be admitted, because there's bachelor's, there's national diploma and everything. Bachelor's
Which
degree.
brings me to
So
this question.
it's
Which brings me to
irrelevant.
this question when to all of you guys. What's the point of ukupasa metric? Ngama marks are useless. You can't go to varsity, you can't go anywhere.
The level
Mara
one.
batho phasa mga metric githi bebathi uphume nge S. Angaza uthi
School
S
living or
bekamele
what?
E. What was the point of that thing?
That's good.
What was the point of that
But
thing?
then you are
Because
you are
your
regarded as
marks,
umuntu ophasile.
yes, your marks are fit ukuthi ungaye varsity.
So basically,
No, they are saying you have to go to a college.
basically you have a key that cannot open anyway. It's pointless. Yabo. So that's the whole point. Now,
You know, yesterday I had a very interesting conversation with someone, and the point that you are raising is very important.
Ukwenzani?
I had a very good conversation with the head of communication. Yeah, municipality. Yes, Umandla. Umandla said this thing to me. What you about Payana resource,
Yeah.
it's very effective when it comes to education and how thing. But then imagine, Bangladesh portfolio, because that's by a model just seven how thing more education.
Yeah.
Because it's doing great.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping them as new prima, your province. The whole thing. His words. He understands education. The thing that's one of the things.
They're shuffling in.
Yeah, dude.
so basically they were supposed to move him from a provincial standpoint to national.
If exactly you had smart
If he did
leaders.
well in the province, they must take him
If
national.
you have smart leaders, right,
That is
you will do that.
That is frustrating, my
Yeah,
guy.
man.
You find the Tishela,
Yeah.
petty military.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it make sense to me. Like, make it make sense.
The only reason why you Panyaza is excelled in education because you qualification in education.
Yeah.
The only reason why you are on Motonedi excelled in health is because he's a doctor.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Nyanuka home affairs.
Yeah.
And all doctor.
So meaning my misplaced the skill actually. Misusing of the skill and
Unnecessarily so, because now what we are saying as a government is if Q is extending on his portfolio, therefore I have to move when you portfolio because we are excellently.
Because this thing,
It's unnecessary.
So
and
basically
this
you're
thing is,
saying jack of all trades.
Ah.
and this thing is not ukuthi azenzeki njengapanyaza. bekenza kahle ku education eGauteng. You move him within the education to fix that structure.
You see that higher education, it's dude. Oh, bayenza bana akazi nesingamasuwa.
You know why
Amasuwa akazi nesingamasuwa.
Futhi
Nakazi
why is
yakhala kune bombing ePostbank akazi ukuthi athini.
Futhi why is
It's
everybody
not his terrain.
But why is everybody being moved lokoko loku ku education lokathela? Kunina balapha loku kwathi inhlo democracy. Loku yena ulapha. Sekuze kuyi education akusasi education. Kudala lapha. Mawubona education uyazi govela logogo lo ya lokhathela.
Kwayena nje nkosama sadinga ukuthi abe educated because ngai education.
We need to, I don't know which way to acknowledge or to say to people they wanted to have my phone in the social media, but it's very bad. Yeah. The prospect issue, it's very sensitive.
Too much.
And it's very big. But then there's a reality of it in the very prospect. Where an explosion in the prospect, utenki washona abantu abayisi smaller is 37, it's 27.
It's about 30 something.
It's about 37 now.
Yeah, around there.
Yes. The investigation that went on in the valley, it was because it was pre-Christmas.
Yeah.
The guy over tank wapakala paveleko imoto yakhe ithenki la stuck kodwa waphuma watshela abantu ukuthi abasuke wafonela ini ma-firefight nayo yonke lento leyo. Why would you say to yourself, why would you think ukuthi why yena angazangashona? Kunabanye abantwana emzini oyi-1 laba abangcwabe Thursday abayi-4 bonke khona umalume wabo ushilo the honest truth. The only reason why these kids died is because they wanted to go and take videos.
Exactly.
You see how social media is damaging
But then mina lento le mzala ne ngifuna ukuyibeka kanje. I-social media utshwala ne they are all like lezi zinto lezi most of the people abayigxekayo. Then come to think of it, how many people abaphuzayo that do not end up doing izinto eziphuma eceleni after drinking? Then that tells you the problem is not utshwala, it's the mindset after taking utshwala. So with the social media thing, how many people abayibona leyanto and just minded their own businesses balapha bayakhona without having to take pictures or trying to break out the news or whatever they were trying to do?
If it wasn't social media, we wouldn't be having the so-called content creators who create content unnecessary.
You understand? So it's not the social media.
But if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't have kids who have passed on now.
It's how you
Okay,
use the social media.
No. I beg to differ on that because sometimes we have to acknowledge ukuthi ezinye izinto zenza education and message or whatever information be passed on more effectively. For instance, I've never heard of any explosion of a tanker before. Chances are I wouldn't have known ukuthi when it exploded, how far can it reach? Maybe I would think, no, I'm recently behind my walls, whatever, and think I'm safe. Only to find ukuthi the explosion could have went as far as inside my house.
To think when it's stuck, it can explode. To think when it's stuck, it can explode. Yeah, but we didn't even know.
No. Yeah, but unfortunately, we learned the hard way, which is painful. We know kunabantu abalimele and who lost their lives in the process. Kodwa, we can't say social media is a problem because kuyabonakala lapha lo muntu lona angazi ukuthi u drive in lapha whether that bridge made it restriction ukuthi height this is maximum wangena yastaka no response in terms of the firefighter and everybody azange ibone in time. Kodwa at the end of the day, whoever managed to show ukuthi no the tanker nayi besole busy ithunya lapha, there's a video that shows ukuthi this thing is kind of leaking or something. So it showed ukuthi it took time, but it showed ukuthi even if there was enough time for ukuthi evacuate whoever was in the surrounding areas.
That's why I'm saying to you drive against an implement, because what happened is there's a boat in a body who can put my mates but with knowledge yakhe wafika wabringa and saw the sign along with imoto ngayo, the truck, ukuthi no izondlula la. Only to find out ukuthi nangena there's a slope kumgwaqo. That's why they tank about the according to the calculation they were okay. Yabo where wabona I know hayi izondlula there. And then now to yahamba, that's where amatayera dawe tank again. But then because those trucks, what they do is the other truck dawa ayakhona ukuthi
suspension.
Yeah, you can lower your mananza amatayera up. Then bawalowisha amatayera still yabam. What realize that because of obvious his education towards him because you know there's a problem. He first called the cops. They did not respond. And then he went there physically to the firefighting department. And then he bought them. That's why you've got other firefighters who are injured.
Yeah.
You see, it's not because they were injured. Yeah,
They were
because
trying
they were called. It was not like he. And then when he came back, he evacuated, and then there was a secret company who tried and assist him. But I man, if it can happen, it can be a bigger thing. But for amateur abantu bawenqa. Yes, by shoot. And then but move away. That's where umjita collapse inhalation before the explosion. Yeah, before the explosion. Umjita nabamthatha bamsuspended. That's shot. So
The response time was enough for to evacuate the whole entire area.
everything was enough. It's just that we as people
Content creation, got people.
You understand?
Smartphones.
So now it's not even the social media. You understand? Because it's ngathini basho kahle vele ukuthi curiosity yalibulala ikati. Nalokuba curious nakho ikona lokho because now uthi uyabheka nalabantu laba ababheka njengalezi ingane lezi they don't even have that much of ngathini the impact when it comes to content creation. You are they are not even the so-called influencers, but because they were curious and bepapa bengafuna nokulalela what they were told, then they went there. So I come back vele and say good social media, the way it was created and the way we are using it now. Well, it was first of all it was not for cyberbullying, but we are using it for that.
Yeah.
You understand? It was not for revenge sex. It was not for that.
And which is against puppy acts as well.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's done.
Yeah.
So it's how the person uses the social media. Like for instance, we're having a video call, we're communicating about today. Ne? How are we going to do today? Then someone within us who change the camera or back side give me and prior, of which it was not part of what we were calling each other for. You understand that, man?
Hey, Mariplenya.
So it's how people use this thing. Yeah, oh. You understand? I didn't.
Yeah, okay. I'm left over December.
But I don't know. The thing is, this thing has gone so far out of hand. I don't know if we're ever gonna be able to rein it back in. Because right now, you see, a person can see you dying. Instead of helping, they pull out the camera.
You understand?
Yeah, I need to mind what we need to understand. As much as we you know, and basically what is happening now is people are learning. You know,
Will do we?
they're definitely gonna learn because they are
this is
learning
not
because
the first
not so long
explosion
ago on I saw on social media there's a tanker somewhere
Yeah,
and now people know this is not a child's play. So meaning somehow you have to learn. Imagine if something happened a Boxback Tina la ngabe siyazenjani beso rely the news. The news have a lot of content to cover, and they were not going to focus on one story. But social media is somehow educating the whole nation and even internationally to see, okay, it's a accent to lagi.
But you see,
but we never learn.
but you see,
You remember it happened in
Yeah.
Couple 2 days ago. We went
Lapha
to abantu benzana
bawukha lapha.
Oh, ayisiyokuqala khona enye
Khona
eyafika
explode.
yawo baya nemakanya
Hey,
explode agijima
explode, abasaya
nekanya mshawa biyele emuva nah we never late
Yeah.
hayi leyo kulena
Yeah, I
forget it.
remember that one. Maybe it's long overdue. Maybe I need
Yeah,
2 years
like,
back.
What, we need
Yeah.
okay, so good. This one was a refresher course. Okay, go on. I don't know it's been too long.
No.
So, but if it's been too long, that means we needed the refresher course.
All I'm saying, ukuthi, if into yenzeka a couple of times, I think that's where.
But go to the
abantu ngeke
hospital.
bakhohlwe.
I can't. I'm hurting. And I'm like, yes, because this thing, guys. I'm saying, it's time we understand. Like for an example, we are using social media, all of us, for whatever reason, ne? But what we select as part of what we want to pass on to the next person or to whoever share the platform is what determines ukuthi ayimaphi ama extremes esowathatha in terms of getting the content. You understand? Because okuworse ukuthi nale content oyitholayo you are not even insured for yona. But you go to ama extremes ukuthi you can even uvele ngefastela lemoto emuvayo, you don't even care ukuthi what's coming ngaphambili, just for you to grab whatever you want to grab, so that
impilo zabanye abantu and yourself
you
in the
understand.
process. Yeah.
In that instance uqhuzula imoto then phinde futhi you come back and blame social media.
Hey, before. Ngiyo phela leyenze senze content ngaba yikho ngasenze content.
So
ngabe nje
okay.
mkhomwe na ukushutile udla inyama.
Okay, ake sibuye la. So now ake sibuye la, for people abarepayo, would you blame erection? No, we all get erection, but we do not rape. We all have a social media, but we do not go to ama extents anjengalawo.
Okay, let's put it in this way. Angithi there's once maybe was it a movie or something when somebody said, I quote, guns don't kill people, but people kill people.
Yeah,
Yabona?
exactly.
So basically, we cannot always give people a scapegoat. Yabona? We must say, abantu sometimes they fall into things because of indlela abacabanga ngayo, indlela abafundiseke ngayo, and also the mindset. Because manje abantwana basacontroleki, yabona? So the fact ukuthi abantwana aba4 bonke bashonile and umalume yena ukhonile ukuthi abe safe. Umalume acted kusho ukuthi nalabantwana bamlalilanga. So naye he saw ukuthi okay it's fit ukuthi yena abalekele for impilo yakhe because 4 kids uzobabamba njani. Yabo. So at the end of the day I think it's a matter now of ukuthi lezinto lezi sithatha as a learning curve and we move from it. Yabo. But we know ukuthi okay the tanker driver went everything, the firefighters tried, but unfortunately it's already too late.
Yeah,
Hayi le ngutshele leni diplomatic mina tezi ngutshela manje ngeke ube diplomatic nje ka Q.
but
hard way.
I doubt indaba yokufuna ukuthi yoke khona because even no, I know we will never learn. Sizofa and sisazofa.
Hawu
Strong.
wena revenge porn uyibone.
Yeah?
Uyibone revenge porn.
It's happening every day.
Every day ubone revenge porn.
No, man. Not good every day. Every day I see it, but it's happening.
Ukwenza. Ngiyabuza.
I don't receive nudes.
Awusingibaphinde.
No.
Okay, ngicela ukubuza bafethu ne njengoba nihlelo yitreso. Are you secure? Now sure ukuthi phone yakho la ithatha pass kuba right.
I'm 100.
Uzune fingerprint yokuvula. Ulumba.
Right. Ngeke phela.
Wena
Standard.
Pass one, pass on.
Standard lenisho.
Wow, pass one, pass on.
Yeah. Ayi madoda. Ayi mina umkami
Let bayothola iphone kuphela.
nombuzi nami.
Wothola iphone kuphela lapho. Wothola iphone kuphela.
Yeah, mashitini igroup nabo nje nisimagroup nisimachi.
Akodwa nayo iphone mzala.
Yeah,
Iphone igcwala memory igcwala iphone.
Hayi.
But When was the last time you
That's
were?
why. That's why yabona wonke umuntu unaccess phone yabo wazi into zesefonini.
When uyayigcina lento mzali you watch it online, leave it there. It isn't supposed to be in like the phone
Masingaya
yakho.
ku browser history yamzwajile shoti ziyakha.
What? I'm a premium subscriber.
Marushadile.
Yeah?
Ushadile.
Phela ngimhlabi bona bahlabana bodwa wena ukuthi ngishadile sokuthi angisaboni.
Ufuna ubhonyela
Mara athi ngibuza kela nje ukubuza.
Yeah.
Ukubona mawubheka iphone ne. There's two people involved.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Umjita uyahlaba.
Yeah.
So uke wayibuza ukuthi wena bawuvukelwa lapho uvukeliswa ngikuphi ke ukuthi.
Doing. I mean, at the back of your mind, you ask how does it feel?
Are you sure?
You're doing.
Are you sure?
And the time when you say people come on.
Okay, uyambukela nje lo sebenzisa ideal.
For E.
Eh uyabona?
Leyo setting leyo.
Uyabona ukuthi kunamathuba lawo ukuthi
Lento ifana nesport. Isport you must understand, you don't watch it.
Mara
You watch
uyabona
the one
ukuthi
that
kunama
you
chance lawo ukuthi udliphisi ngapha nangapha.
Nyaphi ngale.
No,
Mina-
phela labantu
Okay,
bawu-2.
kumjita.
Makayi-1 lo muntu angithi akayibheki.
Yes.
Kuna babe u2. So lokusho ukuthi manje udla iphisi ngapha nangapha.
Kumjita ngingena ngokuthi I know ukuthi ufilani.
Uyabona ke kusanokwenzeka ukuthi uvuke.
You understand?
Kusanokwenzeka ukuthi uvukeliswa ukuthi uyazi ukuthi njita ufilani.
Eh? Nawu ichichi.
Nayibona.
Uyibuka kanjani? Angikaze ngiphone ngichichi mina. Afuthi azange ngibechicha, azange ngibuke. Yabo. Uthunyelwe ke lo. Uthunyelwe ke lo.
Mara nayithola le nto
Uthunyelwe-ke
ngishoyo
lo.
noma niyibona le nto ngishoyo. Ngoba phela kune problem la. Ukuthi lo chair makayedwa awunandaba uyibheki. Ufuna kuze kube ne45 engenayo. So shokuthi
Nangena le 45 ucabanga yakho. Mara nangena ideal to.
ubuke into engaka so yamandiko ucabanga njani yakhe ingasingaka.
Yini? Yenzani?
Kungena le yamandiko lengaka so uyicabanga njani yakhe
Ingena la
ingasingaka.
kungena khona eyami.
Hayi.
It doesn't matter ukuthi igoli ikoro i-defend or i-strike. Igoli goal.
Sanokwenzeka ukuthi u-excite wang le 45 yamandiko nje wena unayo.
Ngakade ngiyibona iphone nje.
Yeah?
Ngiyibona iphone.
What's wrong?
So ngiyabuza hey
Tell me premium subscriber. Go.
Yeah.
That's videos. Lapho kune collection yawo wonke. Aba-upload ku-Pornhub. Aba-upload what is it? Guys, this thing it's like now wawune collection yamabhuku.
Yani,
Yamabhuku.
yeah.
Hey,
Porn.
Oh, books, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, no Hustler magazine.
No, not my bugu. Like books just to read books. No. Books as magazine. What magazine? Me, I read books and the content. No, content.
But then in all honesty,
No, I never.
in
never.
all honesty,
We are born.
at this present moment, everyone, Latin, ononembers, yeah, angifuna umuntu ozozenza isithuzi la.
Hayi sonke siphe.
I saw
Sonke
someone.
siyibhekile, mfo.
I saw someone's phone here at work. I was helping him with some things. Nangingena ku web, like we Google Chrome. There was Eloy icon la. Ngathi mina phela
Sonke lento sayibheka buka mbulase wazo wayifaka egroupini ye-views.
Name drop.
Mbulase wazo wayifaka
once I find a group in umsebenzi mbulazi so we all at some stages somewhere even namanje ngeke iphelele inyanga la nonke ngihambile
Marivar ngoba na ku Twitter ke futhi iyayivelela ayidingi wena
Hey.
ukuthi lokuye ekudeni. Uthi scrolla lapha
there's always a way yokuthi izifake kwayona even if you are doing something like there are pop-ups that are there yabo, and out of curiosity sometimes or like and see good
mara le ndaba leyi still inkinga madoda le ukuthi mawubheka iphone uvukeliswa yini kule zinto still inkinga le ndaba asikhulumi ngama homosexuals. I'm just saying ngoba manje okokuqala uyayizwa i-answer light ithi lo cherry makasebenzisa idildo ayi-1 angeke akakubheki lokho funa kuze kube ne-45
uyakubheka
yona
wena
yona.
so uyakubheka wena do you
That's why ngibuza lo mbuzo
Exactly.
phela.
Okay, kusho you can put it in this way, ne? Boxing, one guy maybe punching the, he punch back or whatever, angekho sparring is not as exciting.
Exactly.
Right? But then if there's an opponent, yabona? So now it becomes exciting.
exactly
So what's exciting ukuthi lo munye uyashaya wangithi?
Nalo munye
So
uyashaya.
kusanokwenzeka ukuthi u-excitwa ukuthi lo munye uyashaya lo munye uyashaya. So nala it's the same
But
thing.
kuya ngokuthi wena usesayidini lokushaya noma lokushaya.
Hey, you know, how do you know because le nto yenzeka subconsciously?
Yeah, nami I can't tell ukuthi how
Yabona
does it-
njengamkhongi nje. Uneyinkinga ngoba nakuzama ukudefenda le nto.
Na khuluma la ngokhuluma le ngoba uzwa kahle.
Nithi mina sithanda i-action.
Yeah.
Asithandi.
Mara makasebenzisa idildo still kule action.
Ngisho le action eyenzeka laphaya. Makabe babili. Hayi le nto.
Ube kubona amasenda lomnye umfo.
Hayi. Lingena liphuma. Uzizwa njani makhulu?
Ile question engiyibuzile ukuthi mina, ile question engiyibuzile mina ukuthi lamadiko lingaka. Lakho lingaka ucompare njani lezi zinto zoyizo?
Awucompare uyabukela wena.
the feeling
The feeling.
Ufila le nto yenziwa kunomfo lapha.
you know ukuthi le hata ifila lapha injani mfethu igoli noma kuthiwa i-defender when the team is winning we celebrating
Andifuni ukukhuluma iqiniso. Andifuni ukukhuluma iqiniso kodwa ke athi
there's no way ukuthi sizathi ngoba wena usi-striker then no yabo we celebrate
hayi
The only way that I knew which you students were going to porn is that wasn't amagama.
I do watch it.
Oh, now you do.
Not every
You
day.
guys are married, but you're watching porn. Dude, then come on.
When are you?
there was a
There was a time we were not married.
there was a time where I was not married
Yeah.
Oh, so now you've stopped.
Manje not as much mzawa.
Oh,
Manje-
Wena uyifuye efonini mzali ifoni igcwele asikhona
wena namanje ungene lapha etoilet lapha for 40 minutes clean 40 minutes we don't know what we're doing 40 minutes clean ngoba unayo efonini
But me, that's why I'm
we
saying.
access her anytime
That's why I'm saying anything in general. I've got guys groups. Obviously, they will always send porn.
Wena bese uyayisave.
No, I cannot save them because obviously they are getting automatically.
then I want to
Okay, our delete.
No, I have to delete them if I want to.
Well, you
But
don't
because
want
it's
to.
my phone. It's my phone.
So you
on
don't
it.
want to.
Huh?
point
You
of
don't want to.
reference at some later
No, it's my phone.
Yeah, it's your phone. We
That
get
one
there.
of how much you can kill that. I think
Yeah.
maybe we are recording it. It's close to an hour now. Probably there are some 10 pictures that have come on. Go for now.
Mzala
I
lapha
cannot go to my
pictures la wayibo
No,
ivi.
the thing is, I cannot go to my gallery and just check what's there, what's not. No.
No.
What's there is
You are
there. What's not there is not there.
Justify
But
ukuthi ufuye iphone.
what I'm saying is, mina, I don't have the account, the premium.
I didn't write in your account. I was talking about free account.
Mina personal.
Oh.
I don't have.
When I buy
people.
When I buy supplier.
well supply abantu ama-premium njengathi
Oh, yeah, supplier.
kuyadownloadeka kunaku-premium
I didn't know that. Get the know
yeah, we are going to download that and just noma kuthiwa i-hour
ivacuum uzawusura njani
Nabo-ke lalela le difference ezalala le.
No, into mangazayo ukuthi wena you look to you feel like when innocent because abanye bak premium or not. What if wena u beneficiary from 5 yabantu bana premium? So
wena ama-supplier
yeah, you're a pirate.
you're pirate to download the
Oh, yeah, where is it?
You're very stupid, hey?
amandla indoda
Ngicela ku-advertise business ne. Ngivulise ama-account ama-OnlyFans. Ya-ke ngingisize bakwethu.
Wena unayo yini?
Yena ngiyavulisa.
Wazi njani ukuthi ivulwa njani unganayo? Wazi njani ivulwa njani unganayo?
Yabo manje ngiyabona.
Yini uvela lapho ushayidwabo lapha ku-OnlyFans?
Imanje ke lasidinga khona imikhuleko ke manje.
Yeah.
Yabo manje mkhuleko we need imikhuleko.
Njengegama lakho.
No.
Uyithanda yini?
Hayi lapho licala. Bavulise mfana ufuna bobani?
Ngifuna amantombazane.
Uyavulisa amantombazane? Phela.
Wena yini enye involvement?
Why?
Kune video enawe lapho uminye ibuni mhlawumbe.
No.
uvideographer maybe
Lalela, ngibuka indlela
Une-studio.
abamisuse ngayo i-social media ngezinto zabo. So ngcono ukuthi
Bathole imali.
bathole imali.
Wena
Wena
Wena.
uzobenefit.
so wena yini pimp
Eh, uyiphi?
No, mina ngithi i-business. Uma ofuna ukuvula
Yebo phela ne-pimp nayo i-business
why
man.
business? What's the name of your business again?
awuyazi business i-company yami.
Wasayitshintshile.
Yini igama lale company?
Awuyazi.
Congo only
Bebezo yakubala. Bebezo yakubala.
The entire dokotela uvulisa amapona
Konakala kale consultation at 650.
from a doctor to umuntu wama OnlyFans.
Hayi ukuthi ngiyekile konke ngiyakubala.
Oh, usa consultist.
Ya oyowade ngizomvulisa uzoba i-guest next time.
Oh, okay. Hayi.
Vele sewukhona uselayinini.
So vele uqalele
then
umthetho
we
khona.
must make sure ukuthi that episode ine parental control
Hayi asifake mo parental
because
control
I'm
la lime ziyetshe.
no because I'm minor phela you know if they check the content and manje seba you know somehow introduce umkhongi
Uyaphinda.
I know, no.
Hayi so marketing. Hayi so marketing. So marketing la ikiking.
As people next la. Do you have anything SL
Efana.
to talk about?
Oh, aphela na ubube kubuza ucaca.
Ah.
Sesodla inyama unje.
We fanele ngidla wena.
Ya lokubukela kwakhe iphone ungacaci ukuthi wenza njani. Uyayibona lento bengiyi. Uyayibona?
Do you have anything? Q.
I mean on my side nje I feel like we've covered most of the things.
Fine,
so-
fine. Raps, we good.
2023, Zigot the Bulletin,
Wait.
watch out. DOCFM, watch out. We are going for
Yeah,
podcast
Sebala
everything.
lento zingasebenzi.
Podcast everything, watch out.
Manje sobala
It's
lento
2023.
You call me only.
But do you have anything to say?
Ubala
What
lento
about now?
ubala lento zingasebenzi.
Ngiyakhuluma interfere.
Akusebenzi.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching a podcast everything. Oh, senguwe
Oh, okay.
wakho nje uphelelwa namabhethi awunamoya uphelile. See you on our next episode.
Yo.
Please continue encourage ezinye ingane ukuthi subscribe so that when we drop every time nalapha kule notification button nenze sure ukuthi niyafinyelela. Facebook podcast everything naku TikTok usikhona nenze sure ukuthi ke niyasifollowa. Yeah, nana, do we have a Twitter?
Hayi shoti vulwe umbulaza.
Instagram
Yeah, on Instagram is podcast everything.
podcast everything.
Mina ngisola lo lethe mangwebevu waletha mzala sekawathole ngesishi. Buka sinjani manje?
Yeah, no,
Hey.
yeah, isesenjalo lenzaba. See you guys on the next episode. Ngizowathi kunalomfolo omunye kufanele naye sim interview. Iyotholana ke ngane kwethu. Stay tuned. Danko.
Bye bye.
Pu 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 pu.
ngoma yayona ikalela
Hey.